Good morning, my magicals. Okay, so I tried to record this video yesterday and it just wasn't having any of it. The kids in upstairs screamed the whole morning yesterday and I was just unable to do it between clients. So this morning I'm sitting down to do this for you and I can't even believe it. The freeway outside my house has also been blocked off. I forgot about it. So we have absolute zen and calm for this reading. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, just a really quick one. I'm going to be dealing with quite a lot in this reading. There is going to be a pop-up reading that correlates with this reading. So how the layout of this reading goes will be the pop-up reading. We have about 3 or 4 days to work around this. So we'll have up until, I would say, latest Tuesday, Wednesday to work with your pop-up readings, your individual ones. So in the description box below, I will put a link for a WhatsApp that you can just WhatsApp me and we can get you sorted. There's quite a lot going on in the world at the moment, energetically with cosmos and things like that. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to talk about quickly is we have just come out of Equinox. We're still kind of carrying the energy of it. It was a powerful one. We've gone in the southern hemisphere into autumn equinox, which is about release and letting go and moving forward. And for the northern hemisphere, spring. Okay. Now, I'm a big believer, you know this, that spring is going to require it comes with new beginnings and that. But I do want to say that obviously, any big shift of energy like this requires us to let go of what no longer serves us in order to receive what we are wanting to receive or what we are needing to receive. Okay, very big. So that's the equinox energy. We also have a full lunar eclipse today, with the 25th being the full moon in Libra, right? Big energy, guys. Eclipse energy. We've in the eclipse season. This is the second eclipse we've got now, second lunar eclipse. The first one was on the new moon at the beginning of the month. And we have a solar eclipse ending out the eclipse season on the 8th of April. Right. In the background, we are in the pre-shadow to Mercury retrograde, but I will do a separate reading for Mercury retrograde. And we've got a lot of energy coming up, right? This Mercury particularly is going to be about us seeing what we need to let go of that is no longer serving us in order to work towards our highest good. Okay. Very, very important that you understand that, guys. Okay. So we're going to get stuck in and see what's going on with the energies. What I do want to say to you here, full moon in Libra, the card says it's a win-win situation. I want to talk to you really quickly about the fact that the full moon is indicating with Libra, we've got justice and scales and balance and karma. Remember, guys, we are in an 8th year. I've spoken to you about this a couple of times. 8 years are indicative of karma years and of self-knowing your worth, right? But also when it comes to this kind of energy, this is about what you put in is what you will get out. Okay, so make sure that you are focusing and putting your energy into things that you want to come to fruition. Right. Now, I did obviously do the readings. I started doing the reading yesterday and then it got too much. I did keep this card. This was a spirit animal card. I have kept it because Spirit told me that this was the card they wanted. So I've left it as it is. All the cards have been reshuffled that I'm going to pull from today just to realign with the fresh energy of today. Right, Giraffe Spirit, guys, 29, it comes down to an 11. Okay, Giraffe Spirit is saying here, see the big picture. Now, this is huge for us at the moment. And the reason I'm saying that is because there is so much going on. When we have such hectic energies around us and in such abundance, things can get a little bit hairy for us. Things start changing quickly. Plans are shoved this way, shoved that way. Things are not happening the way they would normally happen or on time. You might find that people are responding differently to the way you are or to things you say. There could be a million different reasons why your energies are shifting at the moment. You could just feel discomfort about where you're at in your space, not loving things that are happening, wanting to change things. There's a massive amount of energy that's coming up at the moment for us to process. Spirits are simply saying with this card, right, bearing in mind that 11 is the master number. It's the mastery of self. Okay, so they're saying that it's time to take a step back, right? Do not be in the space where you're so deep into the woods of energy that you cannot see the wood for the trees. Start taking that objective kind of view, that distant observer, right? The best way I can say this is if you, for example, how do I say this? Pretend that you take your situation and you apply it to a friend of yours talking to you. What advice would you give that friend when it's not actually related to you? That would be the easiest way to look at it. When you're faced with situations that you're finding challenging and Just turn the roles around, pretend that you're chatting to a friend, and what would you say to that friend? What would your advice be to that friend? All right. Take those kinds of outlooks on it, because it's going to make a huge difference for you when you are trying to deal with what you need to deal with. Okay. I think I'm actually going to start just moving some of these over to make a bit more space. Right, so now we're looking at what do we need to release, right? What are we needing to release, Spirit, during this thing as a collective? What does the collective need to release? Okay, 3 cards. I'm going to take all 3 of them. Right. First up, complete healing. Surrender to complete healing. The card says, open fully to the loving, compassionate forces of the universe that support your physical, emotional, and spiritual healing. Guys, it's time. This is a very transformative energy. Eclipse seasons tend to bring massive, massive life changes to us if we are willing to be open to them. Okay. If we are not willing to be open to them, the universe cannot bring to us what we are needing. Right? So this is a time about going into your spaces, doing the work, surrendering to it in a way, because I mean, I know the card says surrender, but the more we resist something, the longer it persists. Okay, so it's about really getting clear on where you're wanting to be and realizing that sometimes we have to grieve the ending of cycles in order to welcome in the new. Surrender frustration. This is a big one. Frustration doesn't open any doors. The key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself, and regroup so you may approach the situation more calmly. Guys, this is imperative. Frustration is a natural response when things do not go our way. However, it is also a form of resistance and creates blocks to us receiving what we are wanting to receive or what we are needing to receive. Frustration is going to get you nowhere slowly. Okay, so, and let me tell you, come Mercury, it's already in the energy. Things are going to be delayed. Things are going to be sent all over the place. Things are not going to work out the way you want them to. That is okay. Just take a breath. Kelso is saying to me, it's about divine timing now. Things will show up when they need to and how they need to. We cannot control that. Our job is to be fully healed, fully clear on our intentions, moving in the direction, taking the actions we need to take to get there, right? And letting the universe do the rest. The more we try and control things, the less things are going to work out for us, I'm hearing. And this is a really beautiful one. Surrender to joy. A key to positive change in your life is to let joy in and savor it. Indulge in random acts of smiling during both the hard and easy times. Keep surrendering to more joy. So, a stupid little example. I live in an area where our water was disconnected on Friday, right? Which is why the tea. I'm doing another video called Tea and Scandal, and I couldn't do it because there was no water. I was getting flustered a little bit, and then I decided to actually, stop, take a deep breath, right, and recalibrate with what I've wanted to do. So I've been doing some creative work on a project in the background, and I promise you, it's been so joyous. It's brought me so much joy, so much excitement, and I've been focusing on that energy. Okay. When I say that, it sounds crazy, I know, but the more we raise our vibration through joy and happiness, the more things we align with frequency to what we are wanting and what we need to come in, right? So it's really important for us to understand that unless we are raising our vibration and aligning with what we want and the things that we want to do, right? The stuff that we want to come into our energy, we're not going to actually get to that space, right? Because we're going to be stuck in things like frustration or denial or any range, anger or jealousy or betrayal, whatever it is that we're working with. The moment we switch to joy, everything starts changing. Okay, so realign, recalibrate. And I'm at the stage now, though, although I had some other work to do, I no longer feel guilty, in inverted commas, about working on the creative stuff that brings me joy, because I actually find it moves me forward far faster than if I was just sitting and being miserable. Okay, so just a little heads up there. Right, let's just get the general energies for this energy around the full moon and what's going on. Okay. Let's see, what is the general? Okay, well, I'll take those 3, but okay, right. Right, first card out, knowledge, air spirit, right? So remember I said to you, do that distant observer thing. Find a way to gain the knowledge you need to move forward in different ways. things like staying stuck where you are, things like getting too involved in situations without being able to get clarity on them, that is going to keep you stuck. The knowledge card, you can see she's on a boat here and she's traveling forward, right? It's about forward movement. When we gain the knowledge, we have the keys we need to move forward. So they are saying to you, Spirit is saying to you, this is the time for you to actually now really look at what how do I say this? Look at the energy around what you need to know, or using what you already know to move forward. Okay, so that is going to be a huge energy around this period to get you through this period. The next one here, Mystic Meadow, Sanctuary. This talks about taking some time for reprieve. So if we were looking at tarot cards, we'd be looking at like the Hermit card. This is about resting, rejuvenating, taking care of yourself, making sure that you are doing what you need to do to replenish your cup. Okay, you cannot, under any circumstances, get through this chaotic energy if you're not grounded, if you're not filling your own cup, if you're not self-caring and self-loving. It is imperative. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, rather than push through, go and do things that raise your vibration, even if it means that you're going to go and have a sleep. Very often sleeping will actually shift your vibration. So a quick nap and you will obviously be able to lift your vibration. If you can't do that because you're at work, and you're able to wear earphones at work, or you can go and take a 5-minute break or something, just go and listen to a frequency that raises, like on YouTube, listen to a frequency, or when your tea break comes in, just sit and listen to something on YouTube that just kind of zens you out, calms you down, like Om Mani Padme Om, or just listening to the Om chanting, something to just realign your energy. Okay, find ways to create a sanctuary in your space every day. And the last card that we need to be aware of as a general energy is transcending. So this is about leveling up, guys. The more we release, the more we get to level up. The more we get to get closer to where we want to be, closer to the life that we want, the more that we are gaining more knowledge, we are gaining more wisdom. Remember that wisdom is knowledge in action, okay? It's imperative that you understand that. It's one thing to gain all the knowledge, but if you do not put it into action, you've just got knowledge. And it actually really and truly is not going to be fully what you need to move forward. You do need to actually create a space of wisdom. So we've got beautiful, beautiful energy. Yes, the energy is chaotic, but if you are being smart about things and you are taking the time to find sanctuary, to look after yourself, to work on what you need, being objective, finding out all the knowledge that you can, the leveling up, I feel, is going to be big. I do believe that this is a very big leveling up, guys. We are still in that 8th year. That's a manifestation year. So your leveling up is going to be in accordance with what your manifestations are, right? Just so we're all clear. Right, so let's get into some tarot. Let's do some fine tuning here. Let's just move these over a bit. Okay. Right, what does the collective need to know about this equinox and eclipse season, please? What does the collective need to know? What does the collective need to know, please, Spirit? What does the collective need to know? Right, let's see. Okay, right. So we've spoken a lot about release, right? 4 of Pentacles and the Devil have come up. This is the time to now really reevaluate what programming, what stories, what negative patterns you are holding onto in your life. Are there addictions that you're holding onto? And addictions, sorry, I just want to grab some water. Addictions do not necessarily just mean like drug addictions or food addictions or alcohol addictions. Sorry, hold on. Sorry, my throat just got very dry. It could be addictions of procrastination. It could be addictions of avoidance. It could be any kind of addiction. Addiction of savior complex, right? Where you rush off to save other people because you're avoiding saving yourself, right? Remember, you cannot save anybody. It could be any kind of addiction. They are saying to you during this period, you are needing more than ever, right, to make sure that you are dealing with this and you are releasing it. Okay, this is the time to get rid of everything that is cluttering up your emotional, mental, physical, and spiritual space. Okay, it's like even though we're going in the southern hemisphere, we're going into autumn. It's kind of like spring cleaning time, right? It's energetic spring cleaning time, letting go of everything that no longer serves you. Because at the end of the day, I always say to people, and they always think I'm crazy, you cannot receive, right, what you want and what you need when your hands are full of what's been from the past. You have to be able to let that go. Otherwise, there's no coming, there's no space to receive what you're wanting to come in, right? Okay, so bear with me if I'm struggling with words. It's still quite early on a Sunday morning. We'll go with it. Right, and you do that, and you have the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords coming in. 2 knights, fast-moving action. You can both see that both knights are moving forward, right? Both of them are heading towards the future, moving forward, bringing in communication, opportunity, passion, creativity, inspiration, right? All the things that you are going to need, the tools that you are going to need on your journey to get to your transcendence, to get to your dreams, to get to your manifestations, to create the life that you're wanting to create. Guys, I cannot reiterate enough. This energy over this period is life-changing energy if you use it wisely. Okay, if you're messing around and you're not using it wisely, it's not going to go so well. Right? It's just going to be another space and time where you're going to struggle through Mercury and you're going to struggle through this and you're going to struggle through that. Instead of actually surrendering to it, seeing what it brings to the table for you, using it, getting rid of what no longer serves you, and moving forward with all of the inspiration. What I can tell you is, and this is just my example, so I mean, everyone is different, but I can tell you that with all of this, I'm not good with no water. Just, I know this is not something you guys are going to know, but you can take away my electricity, but take away my water, and I become someone that's not worth knowing, right? The sheer fact that I can't just go make a cup of tea or flush the toilet or do something turns me into someone that I don't particularly like. However, I've been working on this creative project, and in many ways, right? I have been struggling to get creative around it, to be inspired by it. When I actively made the decision to use my creativity almost as a tool of distraction, let's say, everything started flowing. I started getting into the vibe of it. I started getting clear on what I wanted from it. I was like, okay, this is it. I'm sitting today, I'm doing some research on it. It's that energy of allowing, when you let go, okay, I'm going to call it as it is, when you let go of your own BS, right, you make way for what the universe wants to bring into you, what it wants to show you, right? And for me, it was quick action. It's downloads. These are also downloads. Swords are mental energy. It's receiving downloads. It's receiving inspiration, creative inspiration with the wands. It's all of that kind of energy. And you might be in a job where you go, well, I don't need creative inspiration. No, but you do need creative inspiration to get to how you want to be, or where you want to be, to manifest your dreams, right? You could come up with creative ways of doing that. All right. So don't dismiss the power of that kind of energy. All right. Sorry, that was just Alex getting up and having a stretch. All right. So please be aware of that. Letting go of your own BS is going to be huge during this period. Right. Okay. So we're using another deck. Let's focus on the full moon. Okay, Spirit, full moon in Libra. What do we need to be made aware of, please? Okay, quite a lot going on here. Let's just see how it all plays out. Wow. Okay, just hold on for me, guys. Okay, I'm going to just slowly start this with a couple of cards. There are quite a few things going on here. Right. So first and foremost, Spirit is saying they've kind of dealt with what you have to do in order to get to what needs to happen. If you can align with these energies and you can work with this energy, this is kind of the outcome, right? So we've got, okay, there's definitely love. There's definitely, also because Venus is in something at the moment that is actually affecting relationships at the moment. So this is also, if you're looking for love, love's looking really good at the moment. Right. So what does it mean for you if you do the work? Full, fresh start. It's a Knight of Swords coming in with breakthroughs and the Queen of Cups, right? So you working towards having a new start that brings in a lot of breakthrough, a lot of opportunity, a lot of communication, whether it be in the 3D realm or within 5D realms, okay? The 5D realms are sometimes the more important realms because they actually give you the information you need to move forward. The Queen of Cups, that's going to be your energy in a space of being fulfilled and emotionally so, loving the life that you're getting towards, loving your journey, right? The Fool is on a journey in the tarot. So it's about loving your journey, moving forward with that. And then, just so we're all clear, you get onto that space where you're loving your life, right? You then have the King and Queen of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune, right? So what that's saying to me is, okay, so I can't ignore love here. If you are wanting love and you are in that space of encapsulating self-love and being in a space of love, your divine, not, I don't want to say divine counterpart, but what it is really, in a way, a perfect match comes in, right? Something that brings in long-term stability and for those of you who are in marriages and in relationships and you're happy and you're not focused on love, because a lot of people aren't focused on love. This is about balancing the masculine and feminine within yourselves and using both of those attributes to your benefit in order to gain an outcome that you want, something that creates a legacy. But it is about knowing that you have everything that you want, knowing your worth, and moving forward, using the skills that you have to create financial legacy, material legacy that keeps you going. You also have the Wheel of Fortune showing up, right? This is all about the universe stepping in. When you get to this space here, where you are loving your life and you're doing you, whether you're in a relationship or not, right? Whatever the situation is, the universe will step in because your frequency will naturally raise. Remember when I said to you, when you come from a place of joy, okay, everything starts working out for you because you raise your vibration and you start aligning with the stuff that you want. And just like if you spin the wheel, that little line, that little marker that rests on whatever the image is, right? Let's just say that that's your frequency and it's going to align with whatever those images are that are your manifestations, right? What are you manifesting? What are you wanting to bring into your life? This literally will bring it to you. Okay, so beautiful energy around that. This is a very, very creative and fertile time for you to be wanting to actually do this. So then we have the Lovers. I'm going to leave this card last for a second. We've got the Lovers. We've got 2 tens here, right? 10 of Swords, 10 of Wands, the Lovers, and the 4 of Wands. Now, this is about the ending of cycles. This is about the ending of being mentally stressed, and for me, the Wands is about the lack of overwhelm, about starting to realize that you don't have to actually torture yourself to get to where you want to be. You also don't have to be hysterical all the time when energy goes awry, when things don't work out your way. We come to the endings of these cycles when we surrender. Okay, hugely important. When we surrender, we start realizing that these start falling away because we're coming from a place of joy and love. So when something goes wrong, right? So like when the water went down this time, I'm using that as a thing because it's a really big thing for me, guys. You have no idea. Instead of getting hysterical about it like I normally do, I continuously gave thanks that the water was going to be fixed quickly. That's all I did. Every time I thought about it, I was like, thank you that the water is going to be sorted quickly. Thank you that the water is going to be sorted quickly. Thank you that the water is going to be sorted quickly. And I just left it at that. I didn't focus on it like I normally do. And trust me, I do focus on it. I'm great for that. I'm a Cancerian. I can go down rabbit holes that Lewis Carroll couldn't even create, quite honestly. So when we get into this space of loving where we're at, we start releasing, okay, especially when we're getting rid of all of our bullshit. Remember, when we let go of all of our BS, right? We start letting these cycles fall apart. The endings of these cycles happen. And then we get to make choices that we are happy with, that we love, and that bring us complete and utter stability, right? Bearing in mind that we've also got the King and Queen of Pentacles, also talking about long-term financial stability, realistic, tangible stability, right? So understanding that when Spirit is saying that we are leveling up this time, this is not just about an energetic level up, guys. This has the potential to level up our physical 3D lives if you play your cards right. If you are looking for love, that's a whole different ball game. We then have the Lover's card, which obviously is a soulmate energy coming in. The 4 of Wands is traditionally a Hindu marriage, and it's about commitment and. So for those of you who are wanting to get committed in a relationship, work around what you need to let go of, and that will shift the resistance to the relationship. So if all you can focus on is that your partner hasn't proposed, but you want them to propose, release that, surrender into the joy and the love of the relationship. Look at why you want to marry them, all the joy that they bring you, all the support that they give you, and the resistance will naturally fall away, right? If you are looking for love, this is a fantastic combination, right? If you're not going to get the emperor and the empress as the divine counterparts, you want as much as you want, and you have got the Queen of Cups showing up, so there is love, right? But in terms of long-term stability and longevity and going the distance, the Pentacles are the couple you want to see showing up. Okay, so if you feel like, oh God, I always go into relationships and it never lasts, and this and that and the next thing, well, that's changing. That is changing, okay? And then it brings in a counterpart that actually brings in long-term stability for you. And Spirit's saying to me that want to build the legacy with you, right? That want to build a legacy of some kind of life with you. But again, we look at releasing, and I keep on reiterating this, guys, it's serious, it's not a joke. Releasing our BS, releasing our addictions, our programming, all of the stuff that no longer serves us. Only then can we actually get to where we need to be. And the final card I've left to last for its own little showcase piece, because I actually can't believe it. Not a word of a lie. Justice. The Libra card. Right? Full moon in Libra. This card is about karma. It's about what you put in is what you get out, guys. Make this a win-win situation for yourself. Invest in yourself during this energy. It's hugely, hugely, hugely important. Okay? If you are not investing in yourself, you can't expect others to invest in you. I'm a grand believer in you cannot ask somebody to do for you what you will not do for yourself. Fact. Okay. Right, guys, so I'm going to leave it there. I hope you have a beautiful full moon tonight. Don't forget that the WhatsApp number is in the description box below. Drop me a WhatsApp and we can get you sorted so that you know what you specifically need to look at in this really, really powerful time. And we've got the next 4 days to work it. So you've got a bit of time to work it, but don't delay on that. Okay, so I'm sending you so, so much love. I hope you have a beautiful Sunday, a beautiful, beautiful full moon, and just sending you so much love. And I will catch you on the flip side, guys. Big love.